in speaking, I work in operations, so I currently still have a job. And I think the way that I'm interpreting this is, and based on you said it would be exhausting, right, to live this. And I think that when we're putting on a persona, it can be very exhausting. But when we're genuinely living it, when we genuinely feel joy that we could share with others, it's who I am. And I used to deal with depression, so I know what it is to put on a happy face. It's exhausting. But when you find the Lord, I'm gonna cry. But it's genuine, When I'm smiling, it's a genuine smile. It's not, here I am being happy, don't come ask me how I'm doing, type of thing. But it no longer becomes tiring.
Dolores, thank you for that. A word that comes to mind is freedom. There's something freeing about being able to be real and stop pretending and stop holding back the waters that want to flood and drown us. You're a woman who's experienced some profound things in her life. You're a young woman, and some powerful things have happened, it's obvious. I picked that up from you, that you're living lives that are messy, complicated, beautiful, meaningful. You're imperfect vessels of the Lord. And that's okay. Do not get caught up in perfectionism, that I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. As you sit here today and we spend this time together, yes, you are good enough. Right here, right now. Does the Lord have more for you? More in store for you? Yes. I don't care if you're in your 70s. The Lord has more for you. When He doesn't have more for you, He'll call you home. In the meantime, there's more awaiting you. And your heart should be filled with joy and anticipation, waiting on the Lord for what is to come next. And some of it will be painful and even dark. Read St. Teresa of Lisieux. She lived. Read Mother Teresa. Oh my gosh. The living in the light while in the dark. See, this is more than self-help stuff. This is the most powerful stuff imaginable. Terrifying. St. John of the Cross, dark night of the soul. Terrifying. And the greatest consolation we can ever know. The full and complete consolation of God. John of the Cross said, seek the God of consolation, not the consolation of God. Seek God and not His consolations. I pondered that beautiful line. What does that mean? Seek the God of consolation. Well, onward. Don't let the stress in. Or somebody at one of my DREs didn't buy that. How can I not let the stress in? The stress gets in. It just does. So, don't let the stress win. Okay, if you have to add the W to it, that's fine. Don't let the stress win. Now, earlier, I said create an openness to seeing connections, possibilities, synergies, potential within a parish, all of that good stuff. You need room on your plate for psychic creativity and spirituality and spiritual availability to grace. If you're pedal to the metal with no time to take a walk, take a nap, read a little bit, pray a little bit, refresh yourself, watch that show on TV or Netflix that you're interested in, have the conversation with your spouse, your friend, whomever. If you don't have time in your life and in your work for some creative psychic space, you're going to be a task to task to task zombie, just doing the next thing and never being able to see the synergies, the possibilities, the potential that's out there beyond this task. So here's what I would want to say to pastors in terms of how do we become renewed parishes. Make sure that every staff person has a plate that's only 90% full. Not 100 laughter.
That's why my pastor needs to
See,
hear.
yeah, well, it's on video. So clip a few things for him. Rose, do some clips for our priest.
We'll hook you up, girl.
This is so counterintuitive. Do more with less is the mantra. We've got to cut, parish offertorius and what it used to. So, you but no secretary, or you're going to do youth ministry now, or whatever it is. Do more with less. There is a death spiral danger in this. Because if you have 125% on your plate, all you're going to do is just maintain weak, broken, thin systems. You're just going to prop up the dying. That's what we can do with 125% full plates and being exhausted. And seeing no hope. I want 90% full plates, and I want 10% for you to dream great dreams and become prophetic, be visionary, to imagine possibilities that God will infuse in you. Yes?
But if I may add, we also now, and this is just something based, on years, we also need to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, it's funny because my spiritual director used to always say to me, Diana, I don't know what's wrong with you, but why can't you say no? I'm now working for my spiritual director, and I am saying no.
Threw it right back at him. So you're absolutely right. A healthy adult person is not a child in a child-parent relationship here. Now, it can, there's health and dysfunction in relationships. But that's a great add to it. That, yes, I would want our pastors saying, look, I want you to have some space and time to imagine some creative possibilities here. Not just keep doing the next thing. But what can you do to help make that happen? Because it may not come from outside. You may have to make that happen yourself.
One thing I might propose, even if the buffet is 200% full, when you fill your plate, like on the schedule of your day, you can carve out time. And one of the things that you'll find is if you carve out that time for creativity, you end up getting more things done than if you don't. And that's something that you do have control over. It's kind of like tithing your own work time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, Holy Spirit, I'm going to give you 10%.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want to do, and then He'll take care of the rest.
And that time thing also should be for budget too. If we're not going to spend every dime, we're going to leave some money open for what reveals itself to be worth investing in as the year goes along, and allowing the Holy Spirit to speak to us. And we'll have some money for that then. So this all fits into the same spiritual approach. Asking the right questions leads to getting the right answers. It's a process. So learn to love what if and why not questions. I love. Well, what if we? Or why not? Why can't we? Those kind of questions are gold. Just have fun kicking it around. And if it's at lunch with other parish staff members, kick stuff around. You ask the right questions, you're going to get to some right answers over time.